right, we're kind of midway through December at this point. Close enough. We're past the first week, so I count that as midway. 71 though. That's not necessarily December-like temperatures, but it's not uncomfortable by any means. 71, that's around room temperature. You run in the heat or air conditioning, there's no need. Just open a window, although it is a little bit dry out there, so maybe the humidifier is going to be your friend for the next few days. Southwesterly wind, that's the reason we're seeing these temperatures get as warm as they are. That's to be expected, but everyone is decently warm. A lot of 70s on here. A few places clinging on to those 60s. Big Spring and Snyder both at 69. Marfa at 66. Fort Stockton, one of our hot spots, at 78. Ooh, wow. Yeah, certainly toasty. But we do have a cold front. It will begin to move through the area as early as tomorrow morning. A little bit of cloud cover to our north. That's kind of the sign of it, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of clouds or moisture associated with this system, which tells me it's not a very strong one. Okay, so not a strong cold front. What's tonight looking like? Well, when you still have those decently strong winds and the abnormally warm afternoons, we're going to have a pretty toasty overnight. Compared with our average of 34, I have us dipping down to only 47, which does mean you save a little money on your heating bill. All right. What about your driving forecast for your Wednesday? Well, I have it getting a little bit breezy, at least in the early part of the morning as that front comes through. And then by the afternoon, it will be just a touch cooler. That's the key word, a touch cooler. I'm not looking at a big time cool down. So what should you wear on the way out the door? Well, that's up to you, but I would say maybe just long sleeves. 63, sunny and breezy. That's pretty much what it was yesterday. Yep, this front is not going to have any large scale impact. So here's 10 o'clock tonight. Not seeing a whole lot going on. By the morning, okay, northerly winds. They look pretty strong too. Yes, we are going to be looking at some of those occasional wind gusts, but by the evening, they're already back down and southerly winds return as early as Thursday morning. So we cool down for one day and heat back up again. Yep, that's pretty typical for our forecast. But how strong are those winds going to be? If that's the only thing that's going to be an impact to us, what is the impact? I'm looking about 30, 35 mile an hour winds, right around 7:30 in Big Spring, Snyder, and then, okay, kind of kicks up a little bit more by around 9, 10, 11 a.m., about up to 40 mile an hour gusts, and then by the afternoon, evening, they're gone. Wow. All right, that's pretty quick then. Yep, that's all it is, just a quick little gust front. We stay back in those 70s for the rest of the week. Into the early part of the weekend, a much stronger system comes in on Sunday. Now, when that system comes through, do expect a big drop, but as you can see, we're back with more of those 70s by the middle of next week. Jolena?
Hey, can't really complain on that.